How did it go?
We won, so it's even right now. It was fun. The defense, they made us better because they bring it every day, but we won, so it's good. We get some cupcakes or Twinkies. Everyone's fired up.
Coach, what was your assessment of the offense in Friday's scrimmage?
Uh, we need to play a lot better. We didn't execute as good as we needed to, and when that happens, you put it as a coach on you first. I mean, what can we do better? We got to do a good job of making sure that we're doing everything possible to make sure our guys understand the scheme, they can play fast. And so when you're not successful, there could be a couple of reasons. One, maybe we are doing too much. We're trying some new things. Do we have guys in the right spot? And are we presenting in the right way? And so those are all good things to start thinking about when you don't have the success you want to have in scrimmage. The positive was the effort's been there. I mean, we have a bunch of conscientious guys on offense that are good guys that want to do their best and they care. And so that's the most important thing we ask from the players, and they've been doing that not just in the scrimmage but the entire spring.
What about the two quarterbacks in the scrimmage, Johnson and Prukop?
It was pretty even between those two guys. They both did some good things, and there were things they can do better. And then I was very proud, though. You know, to me, a mark of a good player is how do you improve when something like that, when a scrimmage doesn't go as well as you want it to go, or a practice. Do you come out the next day and you respond by getting better, or do you let that bad experience or a negative play affect the next play? And these guys came out today and had their best practice, and so that's very encouraging as a coach.
When you say these guys, do you mean the quarterbacks or the rest of the team?
Until you watch film, my feeling right now is the whole offense came out and responded and did better, but in particular the two quarterbacks, and they're going to get better. You know, they're understanding the offense. Even Travis, who's been here, he hasn't really repped until this spring, and so just their understanding, and every rep you can just see they're confident. They know where to throw the ball. They're both taking command of the offense and getting guys in the right spot, and that grows each day.
Is it fair to say that Travis is maybe farther ahead than you'd expect because he didn't take those reps during fall?
Well, from a mental standpoint, just because he's been here for a year and a half, and so even though he didn't take physical reps, he's been taking mental reps for a year and a half, so he should be further ahead. But I've been very impressed with Dakota. And today, by far, was Dakota's best day since he's been here, and I've been very impressed with the way he's learning the system.
What was it that made it his best day by far?
He made a lot of plays. You know, he made a lot of plays. You can see he was enjoying it out there. I think he was putting less. He's a perfectionist, which makes him good. He wants to do everything right, and sometimes when you do that, you think too much, and you tighten up. And today, you know, that was our big thing: is just go, hey, we're going to make mistakes, learn from them, don't dwell on them, and let's have some fun. And he did. You know, he had some good players around him that made some plays, but he was the one distributing the ball, and it was fun to watch.
Dylan Kane at receiver. He told me it was his choice to swap over.
Oh, Dylan? Yeah, he played DB last year, so we're trying him at receiver this spring. Just we have some different guys nicked up. You know, I'm not going to go into specifics of injuries, but he's helping us there, and he's doing a good job too because we're asking him to do a lot of stuff, and it's all flying over his head. But he goes 100 miles an hour and gives us great effort.
So it's kind of like Charles last year, just see where he's at the end of spring.
Yeah, wherever he can help the football team. And, he played receiver in high school, so it's very hard to judge somebody until they actually know the system. I mean, right now he's just trying to see the signal and line up, but his attitude's been great.
When you have a group as experienced and deep as running back, are you able to do more during spring with those guys?
Sure. You know, we're able to experiment putting those guys in different spots because of their skill sets. All those guys can run and they can catch. So as an offense, that enables you to do a lot of things. And in our system, we ask our running backs to be responsible for the receiver playbook. And so, and if a defense is studying us, you don't know if he's going to be in the backfield, if he's going to be in the slot, and those guys, part of the recruiting process was telling those guys, hey, we're going to find ways to get you the ball in space. These are some of the ways we're going to do it, and they were fired up about it, and that's why they came here.
At this point in camp, how would you assess where Farrow is and how he's been these past couple weeks?
I've been very impressed because we're moving him in each day a little bit more in the rep process, and he looks good to me. I mean, when we go one-on-ones, or we put him in 7-on-7. We're trying to stay away from contact. He's running like the old Pharaoh, and he comes out there and he competes. It's interesting because even though he's away for football basically for a whole year, mentally he's as sharp as ever. So I've been very pleased with what he's doing.
Physically, when you see him run, you say he's running like the old Pharaoh. Is it pretty even keel, or is there a bit of a noticeable difference in where
I'm
he
not
was?
a trained medical expert, but he looks pretty darn good to me. Again, but we're going to be overcautious till we know he's 100% before we really have him go every part of practice.
But it feels like he's pretty darn close.
He sure looks good to me. Yeah.
What would you like to see between now and the next scrimmage before your spring game?
Just guys understanding the system. Because we've got 80% of our install in, so now kind of mastering that and having the thing about having an install and having your offense in, you have to be able to adjust based on what the defense does, and that comes from an understanding. It comes from the more reps you do, and so seeing guys be able to react to whatever happens and play fast, not think, play fast, and enjoy themselves. And I think they've been doing that, but at the end of the day, we can always do it better. And I said I'm very happy with our guys' attitude.